Hello, welcome to this Pilates mat work with Ring. This is going to be a shorter session for today. So I hope it's something that you can incorporate into your life when you don't have a lot of time. And we will use the ring. We'll also be doing roll ups and roll downs. So if you need that lumbar support in the low back as you do that, you want to have a folded hand towel or something to use for that. So I've got that there. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and pick up my ring. Good. Feet can come about hip width apart here. I'm just going to gently hold my ring and I'm just going to roll the shoulders back a little bit here to start. Good. And then let's roll those shoulders forward. Good. And now from here, just kind of settle in. Now zipping up from the pubic bone behind the navel, belly button is into the spine. As you breathe here, you want to expand that rib cage on the inhale. So we'll inhale and expand, and then exhale. Inhale, expand, and exhale. And one more time. Inhale, expand, and exhale. Good. From here, I'm just going to take this, and we're just going to continue with a little bit of scapular movement. And I'm going to show you this from the side view just so you can better see what I'm doing. I'm going to take my arms straight out forward. And this is a protraction and a retraction. So protraction, I'm taking the shoulders forward. Retraction, I'm pulling them back. So protraction and retraction. Protraction, retraction, protraction, retraction, protraction, and retraction. Good. So from here, good. Use that breath. When you do that, you engage your abs just a little bit more, and we want that. So for here, we're going to go right into this standing arm series here. Elbows are out to the side, relaxing the shoulders down and back, zipping up that front body. Inhale, exhale, and press. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale 5. Inhale, exhale 6. Inhale, exhale 7. Inhale, exhale 8. Good. Now we're going to take that straight out. So it'll look about like this. Elbows have a little micro bend in it here. So I'll just go here. Then you don't see the ring right in my mouth. So from here, rolling the shoulders back, we're zipping up and in, and knees are soft. And here we go. Inhale, exhale, and press what? Inhale, 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 take it 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. And just relax that down for a moment. So you always want to press evenly from both sides here. We'll take this into what I call halo. So we're going to make a little halo here. Elbows are bent. Elbows are out to the side. Inhale to prepare and exhale. 1, 2, 3. Notice my abs contracting here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we did 9, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and go 10. Make it a nice round, even number. I get carried away sometimes, but 1 or 2 more usually won't hurt us. Okay. So now I'm going to take the edge of the handle of my ring, and I'm going to place it right here. Excuse me here for a little bit of water. Always practice with water. And we're going to place it right here where I've got a little bit of padding. So I don't want it to be down here in the thigh, and I don't want it to be up here in the ribs. So you really want it right around that joint. Good. I'm going to be right here. Good. And my arm is nice and long. Belly button is zipped up. Knees are a little soft. And here we go, pressing straight in. And we will go shh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. While we're on the side, we're going to get into the biceps a little bit. So you want to make sure you're going to put this right into the nape of the neck. And you want to make sure this ring is nice and vertical. We never ever want to press into the neck with our ring. Okay, so again, we'll do this 8 times, zipping up nice and tight. Here we go, straight down. Try to pat the head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I did 9 again. We'll do 10. It's a stronger muscle. Okay, we'll take that to the side, other side, same place, just other side. Good. We'll do 8 here, and then we'll do 10 biceps to make sure that we're even on both sides. So here we go. Zipping up and in, inhale, and exhale. And 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Now we're going to do 10 of the biceps up here. Remember, nice vertical ring always. And here we go. We'll go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Roll it all out. And we are going to roll down to the floor. So I'm just going to squat and put this to the side for a moment. Good. Coming here, zipping up, and we're just going to do this 1 time. We're going to roll down. We're going to peel off an imaginary wall. We're going to come all the way down to all fours, and then we're going to come to a seat. So when we're ready, nodding that chin, rolling it down, scooping in, letting the knees bend if they can. We don't want to hinge the hips back. We want to try to get out of that habit pattern, and then we'll walk it back. Good. And we'll come to a seat. So coming back to the ring, my legs are going to come about as wide as my mat here. So they're wider than hip width apart. We're going to take this right into spine stretch forward. So I'm going to reach here. You can also reach here. It doesn't really matter as long as you're holding onto your ring and you've got just enough pressure into it where you can feel the core engage just a little bit and the shoulders working here as well. Okay, so we're not trying to make this into an oval shape. We're just doing just enough pressure. So here we go, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to nod the chin. Going to where you can go. Here's by the biceps and stacking from the tailbone. Coming all the way up, shoulders are down and back, and we'll go again. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's go through it one more time. Inhale to prepare and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. And then from here, we'll come to a seat. So I'm going to take my ring. I'm going to place the handle right under the sternum here. And I'm not going to push in. We're just kind of using this as a little guide. So it's like I'm holding a pizza and I don't want to smash the pizza. So I'm not pushing in with it. And then rolling the shoulders back, keeping both hips on the floor. We're just going to take it into rotation. Good. Maybe inhale, exhale. Good. From here, we're going to take this into roll downs and roll up with the ring. So I'm going to scoot down a little bit. I'm going to grab my lumbar support here. Now my lumbar support, honestly, is one of those rolls of the contact mat like we put in cabinet. And then I just folded it once, folded it twice, folded it a third time to get my little pad. But you don't have to have contact mat. You can really use anything back here that gives you the support that you need. Good. And you might have to adjust it a few times too before you find where you need to have it. Everyone's a little bit different. So from here, I'm going to reach forward. I'm going to tuck this scoop, tucking the tail, scooping in that belly button, trying to keep the shoulders down as I roll back and come all the way back. Get you this moment, get a nice full body stretch here because that'll good. Okay. So inhale, exhale. Coming up and coming all the way forward. So again, with the ring, you've got just enough pressure in it to feel a little bit of connection, but we're not trying to make it into an oval. Over. And we're not whipping up. Inhale, exhale. Reaching. Good. I'm just going to adjust the script here. Good. Moving it back. And inhale and really reach. Ideally, you want to come up through center. Legs stay on the floor. You're doing it with the core, not from a place of momentum. And I need to, that little adjustment sometimes it does move on us. Inhale, exhale. And come forward. Good. We're going to roll this back down. Hold on to your ring. I don't need this for what we're going to do, so I'm going to take that back. Now, that being said, I did move this out of the way. Some people find that lumbar support to be really nice with pelvic control if you're just learning. So if that helps you keep your pelvis from rocking around forward and back when we're doing things, it's always okay to keep it there. So we're going to take this into hundreds with the ring. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my legs on the inside of this. Yes, this is upper body, but this connection point also helps the core because everything is connected. So from here, you can be here, you're pressing out from the hips, or you can be in a long diagonal line, you're still pressing out through the hips. So you just kind of choose where you want to be. You can also have your feet on the floor. You're still getting that connection point if you want to do it that way. So I'm going to start here. Sure. Good. Arms up, zipping up, inhale, exhale. And I'm going to start pumping my arms. And I inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, exhale, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, lift up higher, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, reach deeper, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, hold. Lift the chest higher, reach deeper through the arms. Woo, and take that down. Release that ring. Wiggle, 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 maybe side to side. All right, let's go into a little bit of series of 5 with our ring, a series of 5. So I'm going to take my ring up. These are going to come into tabletop. We're going to start right off with single leg stretch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and I'm just going to reach. Okay, and reach. Now, as I reach, I want to really reach that leg long. I want to really reach my ring over. So I'm getting that reach from both directions. Woo! And then once you're ready, we'll come back in. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle here. Okay, scissors. From here, I'm going to take the ring and I'm going to make pulses into this ring as I go into my single straight leg stretch with the scissors. So I'm going to come up here. Good. I'm going to pulse, pulse, and switch. Pulse, 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 one more, pulse, pulse, and pulse, pulse, and take that down, and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. All right, double leg stretch. I'm going to start here. I'm going to do this one in a Pilates V. That Pilates V position, this external rotation, connects that inner thigh and that pelvic floor together. So I'm going to come up here. I'm just going to reach over, and we'll go. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Little pressure in the ring, but not a lot. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and one more time. Inhale, and exhale down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. All right. From here, when we're ready, we're going to pass this ring a little bit here. So I'm going to have this ring on the outside. So again, the outside, you're getting the inner thigh and the core together. Remember, this is more about the abs and the lower body. But from here, you can keep the upper body grounded. So what you're going to do is we're going to do this, okay? It's going to be more challenging if you're up in a C curve. So choose what's appropriate for your body. So I'm going to come up here. Good. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Good. Now again, as you do this, watch your pelvis. We don't want the pelvis to rock forward and back. It stays together. Those of you that have done some of my ball classes have done this one, both big ball and small ball. You can do this with all kinds of props. Good, and come down. Woo! Move, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Last one is a crisscross. The legs of single leg stretch are the same. Hips stay grounded, but we're gonna rotate and we're gonna reach our ring from one side to the other. So from here we go. Big inhale, exhale. Good. I'm gonna go, as my left leg comes in, I'm turning to the left and then go to the right. Little press. Press into that ring. When you take it over. Makes it harder. Woo. And down. Woo. That was a lot. Let's put the ring to the side. Let's take this into a twist. Arms out to the side, knees in tabletop position, taking the knees over to the left, looking to the right, breathing and expanding. Woo. Feeling that in my abs. I hope you are too. Good, one leg at a time. We're using those abs to bring you back in center. And then we'll take that over to the other side. Oh, nothing like a good twist. Woo. And counter all of that core work. We're about to get a little bit of a stretch in the abdominal wall as well as we begin to turn onto our bellies and come into some prone work. So come out of your twist first and then grab that ring and come on to the belly. So if it feels good to you just to kind of wiggle, wiggle here for a moment, let yourself do that. So we're going to do one swan here. Some of you might just do a sphinx pose, but we're going to stretch the abdominal wall. So I'm going to start by taking from my hands over the shoulders a little bit forward. Good. Rolling the shoulders back, zipping up that front body. Good. And let's kind of find yours. It's kind of nice to find that stretch. Good. No crunching in the low back, no hanging in the shoulders. And we'll take that down. Okay. We're going to take this into some lat presses. We're going to get the back a little bit here. So we'll come here Good. Now, in the beginning, you want your hands up here, but we're not starting by pressing down here. So you need to be able to have the control to get yourself up here. Good. My legs are lengthened, but not so much I get a foot cramp, and they're about hip width apart. Belly button is in. From the shoulders, press straight down. We're going to go 10, 9, 8. Really draw those abs in. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. If you need to press back into a child's pose or shell stretch, feel free to do so. We're going to take this into swimming. So we're going to use our ring as a kick forward here. So I'm just going to take my ring forward. I've got just enough pressure in here to engage the shoulders, the upper body, and the abdominals. Good. So I'm going to come up here. Good. And then using my glutes. Good. I'm just going to squeeze as I go side to side. You want to try that core control where you're not rocking side to side here. So try slowing it down. Good. And then you can pick it back up. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And we'll take that down. Release this. Hands under the shoulders. Press back. And then once you're ready, good. We're going to take this into some push-ups with the ring, push-ups with the ring. This will not be appropriate for everyone, but this can also be a nice training tool for people that just need a little help getting up from a push-up. So you want your handle here to be right on the sternum. So we don't want it to be up here in the neck. We don't want it to be down here in the belly. You really want it on that sternum. Okay. So it's like right there, right between the breasts. Come right there. Good. Now, you can do these push-ups with knees grounded. And if you've never done this before, that's where I would make sure that you do a test first. So from here, I'm going to turn internally, rotate here from the shoulder. So my fingers are turning inward, my elbows are going to come out. Good. And then you just kind of do that test, making any adjustments here, okay, that you need. And then you can decide, do I want to stay on my knees or do I want to come up on my toes? And we're going to try 5 of these. So really zip up and in. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And one more time. Inhale and exhale. Good. Drop those knees. Remove the ring. Child's pose. Let's stretch this out. Having a seat. So we're going to take this in the mermaid. Feet. My feet are going to go towards the right side. Now you can do them this way, or if the Z is appropriate for you, you can take the Z stance. Big inhale and reach. Exhale. Take it over to the left. Really reach. Find your length. If it's appropriate for you and you want it, maybe find the rotation. Opening to the side, moving through center, counter stretch. And then we'll do that again. Inhale, exhale, taking it over. Find the length. Find the rotation if you want it. Opening to the side, moving through center, counter stretch. And then from here, let's counter rotate. Good. While we're here, taking the arms up, hands come together, drop the hands behind, get a tricep stretch while we're here. And then when ready, we'll release and we'll switch the feet to the other side. So feet like this, or finding your Z, whatever feels good. Inhale, exhale, taking that down, reaching over again, finding that length. If you want to, maybe finding that rotation. Opening up to the side, moving through center, counter stretching. And here we go again, taking it down, reaching over, finding rotation if you want it, opening back up, moving through center, counter stretching. And then from here, from that tall spine, counter rotate. Get a bicep stretch, arms out, palms are trained up from the shoulders, turn them back. Coming into crisscross, grabbing your ring. We're going to stretch the front. So we're going to reach it front, try to pull it apart. Let that head drop through. And release. This concludes upper body. Hello, welcome to Pilates Mat Work, lower body. So we're going to use the ring today. You don't need any other props. And let's go ahead and get started coming onto our back. So we're coming supine. And so once you come here, you can just let the ring just kind of relax on the belly for a moment, taking the feet as wide as the mat, zipping up nice and tight, rolling the shoulders back. Let those knees gently go side to side. How far you go from one side to the other doesn't really matter as long as you're operating in your own body's range of motion. And then we'll just come over to the left for a moment here. Big inhale, expand that rib cage. And exhale. Inhale and expand. And exhale. Good. Coming back to center. Taking that to the other side to the right. Inhale and expand. Exhale. Inhale, expand. Exhale. And we'll come back to center. Good. Let's start off with some nice stretches. We're going to use the ring to do our hamstring stretches here. I put my ball of the foot right into that top handle. And then your other knees can be bent or extended along. It just kind of really depends what feels okay to the back. Keeping a micro bend in the knee here. Then I'm just going to gently pull in. Now, the more I let my heel come towards the ceiling, the deeper the stretch I'll find in the back of this leg. Good. Now, different things for different people. Most of you will stay here. There are some of you that are a little bit more open and flexible. Maybe you can take, the forearms in here and get a deeper stretch. You want the upper body to be able to be down if you do this. So just kind of be mindful as to where it is you are in your practice. This was something that took me quite a while to be able to do. It was not something I did in my first Pilates class at all by any means, or for the first several years, to be quite honest. Good. And then from here, gently release. Good. Now, I'm still holding on. We're going to take that leg out to the left. Both hips stay grounded. You want the shoulders to be grounded. Again, you might have to adjust your grip based on your own needs. So I've got my forearm in here again, but that might not be what you need to do. Breathing. If the right hip is popping up, you're too far out to the left. Maybe when you do these stretches, the body feels like it wants to open up on an exhale. If it does, and it's safe for you to do so, you can let it. And then from here, good, we'll come back up. From here, my right hand now is on that ring. We're going to arc over. I'm just going to kind of wiggle around here, finding my best, more optimal spot. And we're not going to take this into the twist. We're just going to keep a nice long leg. You want that stretch to be right through here. You can also have a bend in the knee. Some people feel it better with a bend. Some people feel it better with length. So you really just have to kind of play around and find yours. Breathing. Both shoulders should still be on the ground here. And we'll come back up. Good. Now I'm going to remove the string here for a moment. We're going to take this into some circles. Get it a little bit to that joint. So zipping up. Good. This knee can be bent or extended long. Rolling the shoulders back. Start with some small circles. 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to take this wider. If you feel any connective tissue popping around here, you want a smaller circle. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's reverse the larger side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now smaller. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we'll bring that knee down, that foot down. Good. We're going to do all of that to the other side. So starting with the hamstring stretch first, it's going to be the right ball of the foot in through that ring. Your other leg can be bent or long, just depends. And then gently bring that in towards the face. So again, you want to keep that micro bend in the knee. The more you press that heel towards the ceiling, the deeper the stretch you'll get. And for those of you that need it, remember, you can always take your forearms in here. And it might not always be the case on both sides. So for me today, it's going to be better if I hold here, which is very different than how I did it on the other side. Meet yourself where you're at. Big breath. Just feet on the exhale engages the abdominals and the core just a little bit more, makes the exercises and the stretches a little bit more effective. Breathe or inhale to expand. And good. And we'll release. We're going to take that out to the right now. This one, this angle I might be able to get to. There we go. So again, find yours, or you're just going to kind of hold on to it. You're going to take the forearm in there. Might be different things for different people. Both hips are on the floor. Both shoulders are on the floor. And again. And we'll come back up. Good. Now, switching up the hand, we're going to cross body. We're going to take the right leg towards the left, wiggle around, find your best spot. And notice even how the breath, when you're really getting into the breath, how it helps you get maybe a little bit deeper into your stretch. Breathing is very important. Good. We'll come back up. Good. We'll place that ring down for a moment. Here's our little circle. This left leg can have a bend in it. It can come long, zip up and in. Here we go. Little tiny circles for 4, 3, 4 is working, 2, and 1. And now larger one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And reverse the large 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now smaller circles, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring the knees in for a moment. We're going to take this into some side series work. So I'm going to grab my ring. Good. Now I'm going to start on my left side here because that's the side that I can easily turn and face you. So I'm going to have my left leg then. Good. Come on the inside of the string. I want to be up here from the ankle. So I don't want this to be on the ankle. That will not be comfortable. And then I'm going to be right here. So I'm looking for a nice parallel line. Some other instructors will, do this from a 45-degree angle perspective. I like the parallel because it's a little bit harder, and that's where I'm at. but if you need to have the 45-degree, you can certainly do that. We're going to start with this leg, the top leg, to be right leg on the inside. Again, it should be right up from the ankle. Other things you can do from here. You can be up on the shoulder. This is not up in the shoulder. You want to be lifted and lifted, or you can follow me and come down here. I've got a janky shoulder on this side, so I don't want to do really strong stuff on this side and modify on this side. So you try to want to do the same thing. Good. So hips are facing forward. I'm zipping up and in. Knees and toes are facing forward. From the hip, I'm going to press up into that ring. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll slide that leg out. Now come on top. Again, make sure you're not on the ankle. Now from the hip, we're going to press down. And we're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now, I'm going to try to balance this top leg up here, and the bottom leg is going to come up and reach the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yes, 9, and 10. We'll try to remember that 10 for the other side. All right, getting carried away. So from here, we're going to rotate from the hip, heel toe from an external, internal perspective. Your hip should not be rocking forward and back. It's right in the hip socket. So the top leg, good. Heel's going to come forward, and then toe's going to come to the back. And here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. From here, I'm going to bring my ring up here. Good. I'm going to bend this top knee. I'm going to grab at the ankle or the shin. Hips come forward. Knee and foot come back. Get that nice quad stretch. And we're going to take this into some side teasers here. We're going to get that core a little bit. Good. So from here, good. I'm just going to kind of reach. Good. And I'm going to come up. 1, you can also bend the knees. 2, 3, 4. We're going to go for 6, 5, and 6. Good. And take that back down. Come onto your back, grab the ring. We're going to do some bridging here. So I'm going to slide my legs on the inside. I'm going to make sure that my ring is up from the ankle, so about the middle section of my shins here. Good. And you might kind of feel this ring under here. That's okay. Good. So from the hips, I'm pressing out. I want that hip width apart. Rolling the shoulders back, zipping up and in, lift straight up. And lower down. Zipping up that front body. Squeeze the glutes on that lift. 2, 3, 4. Press into the arms and the shoulders. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now stay up there. Good. From the hips, you're going to press out of that ring. We're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower that down. Bend the knees, grab the ring, wiggle side to side. We're going to take this into side series now. We're going to do that same side series on the other side. So I'm just going to kind of switch around here. But you can certainly turn around to your other side, depending. So you want to try to do your setup the same way you did it on the other side. So if you were with me and you did that long parallel line, you want to try that here. If you did the 45-degree angle on the other side, you want to try that here. Same thing. If you were up on the shoulder or down here, just kind of find it where you were. Good. So both hips are facing forward. Knees and toes are facing forward. Good. From the hip, I'm going to press into that ring, zipping up and in. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Top leg's going to come out. Good. Make sure you're not on that ankle. Good. From the hip, we're going to press down. 8, 7, exhale on the press. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to be here. This is 10 because we did a little bit more on the other side. So we're going to be even. Bottom leg's going to try to come up to the top of the ring. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Once you're ready, zipping up and in. Good. Heel toe. So hips stay in line. You're only moving from the socket. Here we go. Heel and toe. And 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. I'm feeling it. And 7, and 8. Good. And we will bend those knees, release that ring, bend that top knee, grab that shin, grab that ankle, hips come forward, knee and foot go back, find that quad stretch. Good. So coming into the side teasers, remember you can come up with bent knees or long legs. So here we go. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Woo! And take that down. Come back onto the back. Grab that ring. So we're going to do this one. This is Pilates Reformer inspired with from the feet in the strap, the lift lower, bend and stretch series here. So we're going to do 2 sets of these. We're going to do it with the legs on the inside, and then we're going to do it with the legs on the outside. So let's start on the outside first. Good. Now, you can do this parallel. I'm going to do this external. So hips, knees, and toes are going to turn out here. Okay. So from here, I'm going to start from my diagonal, from the hips. I've got a light little pressure into that ring. You're not going to be able to touch it together. That's okay. Watch the pelvis, rolling shoulders back. Lift, lower, bend, stretch. Lift, lower, bend, stretch. Lift, lower, bend, stretch. Lift, lower, bend, stretch. Lift, lower, bend, stretch, and lift, lower, bend, and stretch. While we're here, little pulses from the hips. 8 times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bend that in. Woo, take a little break, legs on the inside. We'll do this one in parallel. So toes, knees, and hips are facing the ceiling. From the hips, you're pressing out of that ring, starting from the diagonal. Here we go. Lift, lower, bend, stretch. Lift, lower, bend, stretch. Inhale. Lift, lower, bend, stretch. Don't forget to exhale Inhale. 2 more. Lift, lower, bend, stretch. Last one. Lift, lower, bend, and stretch. And bend, and remove the ring, and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle here. All right, let's just take one little double hamstring stretch here, keeping the tailbone on the floor. Let your hands come up as high as they can go. Pointing the toes towards the face will give you a deeper stretch. Maybe you can even reach the feet or the toes here. And if it would feel good to open here for a moment, feel free to give yourself what you need. And then when ready, good. Bend the knees. Let's roll like a ball here if you can, or roll over to your side. 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Coming all the way up. Good. Let's take a plank with this ring. A plank. Now, admittedly, this is a new one for me. It does feel awkward because it is new and it is different, but we're going to plank with this ring, okay? And we're going to be moving from the plank into the downward facing dog. So you don't want to have, like we did for push-ups in the upper body video with the plank right here, the ring right here. So I'm going to take my legs on the inside here. I'm just going to kind of come up, and I'm just going to let this kind of get into place as needed. Good. Now, from the hips, I'm kind of pressing out, and then I'm going to walk out to my plank. This doesn't work well if you're on a knee plank, so be mindful, but you can certainly do it as a forearm. So I'm pressing away. Good. I'm engaging my legs. I'm engaging my core. From here, good. I'm going to walk that back a little bit, finding a down dog. From here, I'm going to walk that forward, finding my plank. And then come back up, finding a down dog. Your heels may not touch like mine in down dog. That took quite a while for me to be able to do that, but you go to where you can go. One more time, find the plank. And then find the down dog. Good. From the down dog, just shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Good. Keep walking, let the knees bend. Come all the way up standing. So now we're in position to do some footwork. Not exactly me, because I've got to get kind of more centered here, but you should be in position now for some footwork with the root. Good. So from here, from the hips, zipping up and in, we're pressing into that ring. Good. Find a squat, find a heel lift, and squat. Stand, lift, lower. So a little bit of balance work here too. Squat, stand, lift, lower, squat, stand, lift, lower, squat, stand, lift, lower. One more, squat, stand, lift, and lower. Good. Now, I'm going to take my feet out of here. I'm going to take my legs back on the outside. Good. So I'm turning out. You'll start at an oval. Good. And then from here, you're going to squat. The ring will get larger. And press. Plie squat. Press into that ring on the up. Plie squat. And press. Squeeze the glutes a little bit. Squat. And press. Squat. And press. Good. Let's add the heel lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Squat to grab your ring and take it back up. So just kind of shake out one leg at a time. I'm going to come back a little bit here. Good. I'm going to take my arms up. We're going to go into our stretches now. I'm just going to get a nice little side bend to the side. I'm going to pull on the bottom and just kind of really reach with that top arm. Notice how I'm not going out like this. Try to keep the hips over the ankles. And coming up, and we'll go again. Good. Again, get that pull, that tug on the bottom one. And then coming up. Good. Rolling the shoulders around. Good. From here, I'm just going to rotate. Good. Let's get one more little hamstring stretch in here for us. I'm going to place the ring down. Good. I'm just going to take this leg forward. So I'll show you that from a side view. Good. Heel comes in. Just kind of sit back a little bit. Back is long. Belly button is in. Coming back up. Good. Other side. You might have to kind of find where your lean in needs to be to get that hamstring back there. And then coming up. Now, this is a balance challenge as well as a stretch. So if you need to come to a wall or hold on to the back of a chair, you can. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a ankle here. Good. And then I'm going to have a seat. This can also be done on your back if you want to take the balance component out of it. It's just your seat, a way to do the figure 4. We'll come back up. Good. And then we'll go to the other side. The nice thing is about these, you don't have to stay there that long. Good. Ready? Good. We'll come back up. Shake out one leg. Shake out the other. Thank you so much for joining me for Pilates Mat Work Room, Lower Body. See you again soon.